Okay, here we've got Playmates Star Trek figures from 2008. These two coincided with the release of the movie, with the, really good film. And these figures were given to me by my mate. He just had them and said he doesn't want them anymore, so he just gave them to me. And he gave me a blaster as well, like a phaser. And these figures are really cool. If you're into Star Trek, we'll start off with this one. You've got Mr. Spock, sort of as an old, looking at really old, and this is the Leonard Nimoy cameo in the film. And these figures are sort of covered in a rubber material for their upper garments, but you can see they've got quite well sculpted underneath their garments, and they've got quite good movement there. Okay, so this character definitely looks like Mr. Spock. He's got interchangeable hands, a bit dusty I'm afraid. I've got these figures on display. They are head swivels, left and right, arm swivels, elbow swivels, wrist move, and you can change that hand if you want to. Leg swivel, knee swivel, no articulation in the ankles. It's a good figure, definitely looks like Leonard Nimoy, and it's quite interesting material, this rubbery stuff. So there's also the younger version of Spock. I've got him, but he's carded, and I actually bought that one. But it's a nice collection to inherit and get given for nothing. Okay, got detailing on the back of the robe, and then we've got Nero, the villain, the Romulan. The likeness isn't bad. He looks kind of a bit young, but he's got nice tattooing on his forehead and around his face. Got the same sort of rubbery material, nice detailing on this garment. Comes with this sort of pike weapon thing. He's got tattoos on his hands, same articulation as Spock. Comes with a base and moves quite well. I don't know why these figures, they sort of became peg warmers, and you can pick them up pretty cheap now. That's the Nero, Spock. Then you've got the new Mr. McCoy. His face sculpt looks really young. Comes with a belt, a phaser, and a communicating device which is removable. And take the belt off, and you can see it's got the same body sculpt there. So this part of the costume is rubber, and then the arms, same articulation. Not a bad figure. Just that I think the sculpting, he just looks really young, looks kind of boyish. Then we've got Hikaru Sulu. Similar, I'm sure the figures use all the same bodies. Likeness is better on this figure. Definitely looks like the new Sulu. Comes with a phaser. Belts come loose quite easily. A communicator, and has the same sort of articulation. And the head turns, quite stiff. Okay, so that's Sulu. He's in a different colour costume to the others. He's in the gold outfit. Then we've got McCoy. He was one of the better characters in the new movie. Same articulations, got a different kind of uniform, more sort of, maybe it's a cadet uniform. Comes with a phaser again, the communicator. So Playmates have done a lot of reuse with these figures. They've used the same bodies. These two have got more or less the same body. That's the new Chekhov. The only difference is the head they stick on the figure. Same articulation, posability. Better look at the phaser, the new type of phaser from the movie. And he's not bad. Lightness isn't bad either. Maybe, again, could have done with a bit more wear and tear in the face. Chekhov, same body as the McCoy. Looks really young. It's mainly the head sculpt that's the focus. They come with these bases. Some come with the Star Trek logo, and the other two come with round bases, but with the Star Trek logo as well. So if you wanted to get these figures are easy to find, easy to pick up. There's a smaller scale as well. These are the 6-inch figures. So you might want to pick these up if you're into Star Trek. You'll probably find these, in the UK they go pretty cheap. So you might want to pick them up, I'm not sure. But they're not bad. The biggest problem is the belts keep falling down or coming loose, so you just pull it around the waist and clip it together there. And hopefully that will hold it together. They hold their guns pretty well. So these are your Star Trek figures from the film. The new film should be coming out soon, hopefully, and I'm sure Playmates will do the figures again. Hopefully they'll have more success with them. These figures sort of became peg warmers. Really, they're easy to find. I think the best out of the bunch is the young Spock. He looks pretty cool. Well, I've got that one carded. So you've got these two in cadet uniforms, these two in their crew uniforms, and then the other two in their respective costumes. So, I mean, since Star Wars has become so big, Star Trek's just not doing it at all well. Plus, they've only had the movie of late, so Star Trek stuff's just sort of languishing a bit. But if you're into Trek, you might want to think about getting these figures. You should be able to pick them up really cheap, the whole lot, loose or carded, for $5 each. No more than that I'd pay. Okay, so those are your Star Trek Playmates, the movie figures. There's a Kirk as well. That's the one I haven't got, is the Kirk. Or Uhura. I haven't got her either. I almost bought her, I think. Okay, so these are your Playmates Star Trek. I showed you a early Playmates Star Trek figure, Gal 1, and these are the last ones they did. Okay, so Star Trek, the movie. I wonder if they'll have the license for the next lot of figures. Okay, cheers, bye.